Hi.
How are you, sir?
Fine.
What brings you out here today?
We are here to protest against. My name is Satya. I'm from Hindu Human Rights Watch, and I'm here to participate in the protest against the radical Islam displacing ethnic cleansing going on in Assam, and also the support, the government support for minority appeasement to support radical Islamists so that they can stay in power. So I think the threat of radical Islam is very, very high, and the biggest threat, not just for India, for the whole world. If India becomes Islamic, then we have 1.5 billion under Islamic State, 1.3 billion, which will be a big threat for us. We are not able to handle one Pakistan, and imagine Pakistan's popping all around India, and what are we going to do that? So I think we need to raise, there is a ethnic cleansing that happened just 25 years ago in Kashmir. The majority part is Muslims are very small, 500,000 people, Hindus in the state, and they were kicked out overnight, and they are living in as refugees in their own country in squalid camps. And this is going to happen, this is happening as we see in Assam. So all northern part of India, they have a plan to join Pakistan to Bangladesh, one territory called Islamic territory called Mughalistan, and then they want to spread rest of the India, creating small Pakistans all around India, and then become one full Pakistan state. They are not hiding this fact.
Right.
You can go out and say, what is it? We are not able to act on it, and I think we have to blame it ourselves, partly because we are subject to Saudi Arabia oil, and we are forgetting that though Saudi government says things, but the Saudi people, Saudi mullahs, they have so much money and they're spreading this. Even Saudi government is spreading this. So we cannot say that. So here, that is why I'm here to express my solidarity to the people here who are protesting, to the brave people here, and hopefully this voices is heard not just in US, for India, but all over the world. We have to stop radical Islam for the survival, and I want to say very clearly, the threat is not just to non-Muslims, the threat is to all humanity, because no Islamic state, no Muslims in Afghanistan, they don't have basic human rights, the women also. So it is a threat to the whole humanity, and we need to open up, and we need to stop dependence on oil, and we need to take head-on politicians who are saying this radical Islam is small part, but most of the Islam is radical Islam, and I am not telling this. Turkish Prime Minister is telling that.
Right.
There is only one thing, the radical Islam and Islam, that's all, nothing. There is only one Islam, whether terrorists are following or not, and they talk about strict interpretation. Come on, how much interpretation you can say of the verse that says Christians and Jews are pigs? Come on, what do you interpret? It's pretty plain language. So the thing is, and 95%, the people who have studied Islamic scriptures, 95% is about jihad, 5% is about accommodation. So we got to make sure we have to work with reformist Muslims who are serious about changing this, and we have to make sure, like Russia, I heard, is banning verses of Islam. So we got to take such steps. Dependence on oil has to be reduced. We have to face head-on that Islam accept the fact that Islam is a political ideology, a radical political ideology, intolerant ideology. That is very small part of it is religion. So we got to understand, we cannot treat that any different than you deal with Nazism. We got to deal with it as a fascism. It's a fascism. You don't need much brains to look at the scriptures, Islamic Quran, Sirah, and Hadith, and all it is fascism. So we got to treat it as a fascism, and whatever little of religion that is there, we have no problem with it. We all want to live together, but we have to face head on, and that's the only way we are going to redeem ourselves.
What do you think is going to happen to America if they continue to allow Muslim immigration?
No, the problem is one thing I tell. I was at I met US Congress members just recently, several Congress members, and I asked them this question: why are we allowing people from countries which has no tolerance to come? Okay, we want to be a big brother, we want to be more accommodation and allow them to come in. That is fine, but how are we allowing Saudi Arabia to invest in mosques here and sending preachers here and telling us to hate our rest of the population, to spread jihad, to say that our constitution is wrong? How are we allowing that? I mean, are we out of our heads? I mean, that is the question we need to ask.
We're weak.
I mean, that is the introspection that we need to have within ourselves if we want to save this country.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.